Every school district faces its own set of challenges. As part of our back to school coverage, we're sitting down with superintendents to talk about their districts and where they're headed this year.
And as Findlay City Schools students head back to class today, we're highlighting what the superintendent there is looking forward to. Tatiana Cash joins us live in the newsroom. Tatiana, last year was tough for the district.
Yeah, definitely. Last school year was not easy for Findlay City Schools. They had to make some tough budget decisions, which did include cutting some staff, unfortunately. But Superintendent Andy Hatton says the district is turning the page with a renewed focus when it comes to academics, support, and opportunity. A year ago, Findlay City Schools was making difficult decisions: budget cuts, staff reductions, and changes to transportation.
We are on what we're calling our path to progress, and we definitely are excited for the new school year.
Now, Superintendent Andy Hatton says the district is looking ahead.
We actually have a lot of optimism here in Trojan Country.
The optimism starts in the classroom. This district has rebuilt its instructional coaching team and added support for teachers and principals across Findlay schools.
Hope is on the horizon here in Findlay City Schools. We are so excited that we have been able to build a true teaching and learning team under our Assistant Superintendent Katie Abbott. We have a new Director of Elementary Education, a new Director of Secondary Education, and we've been able to hire what we call teachers on special assignment, who are going to be our instructional coaches, supporting teachers and principals all over the district with instructional practices.
The district is also restoring positions lost during last year's cuts, including transportation staff. Hatton says that helps students both in and out of the classroom.
In May of 2025, our community really stepped up to support us. Then we had to survive as a community those cuts last year. One of the biggest impacts not only was on people and personnel and a reduction in some programming, but also to our transportation services. And so what we're really looking forward to this year is that we've been able to hire some of those positions back, but also really beef up our transportation department. And we are so excited to say that we are staffed and ready to go for day one.
And while getting students to school safely is important, Hatton says the district's biggest priority remains preparing students for what's next.
I think another thing that we are really looking forward to is our continued implementation of the science of reading, and really our focus on early literacy and early numeracy for our youngest students, because we know the benefits and dividends that pays in middle school and then in high school, because we want our students to flourish so that they can achieve their dreams and their goals and be life ready for anything in that next step after graduation.
Hatton says the district does have enough bus drivers to start the school year, but Findlay is starting to look and, of course, continue to try and hire additional flex drivers. This way, students heading to after-school activities and athletic events will have some transportation. He says those opportunities outside the classroom are truly an important part of the student's experience.
Tatiana, as we've been reporting for months, Findlay is not the only school facing budget issues. It's actually several of our Big 11 school districts.
Yes, Sophia. Unfortunately, Toledo Public Schools cut jobs as well as closed or repurposed schools ahead of this school year. Springfield dropped jobs and transitioned teachers, and this is part of its plan for next school year. Plus, Maumee and Sylvania are going to voters this November to ask for approval of income tax levies. Lots of changes. Tatiana Cash, WTOL 11.
Tatiana, thank you. And it's not just Findlay students back in the classroom this morning.
Some Perrysburg students started going back earlier this week, with more of our Big 11 school districts starting very soon. Maumee and Bowling Green students are heading back tomorrow. Sylvania and Washington local students, you start Monday.
It's important to note as you take a look at your screen at this list of start dates, most schools have staggered starts, meaning that the dates that you see here may not necessarily be your child's start date. So make sure that you are looking ahead to those district calendars.
And be sure to stick with WTOL 11 for live coverage as your child heads back to school. Join us live starting at 5 every morning. We'll welcome you back to class, break down the challenges local districts are facing, and highlight your teachers, your students, and the unique programs that make every school community feel special.